And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I'm Callum. That's Kyle. Kyle, how are we doing today?
Ash Brown.
Ash Brown.
Ash Brown.
Nice. That a tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe
One
the
Ash Brown.
Can you describe the flavour without saying potato?
Onion.
Nice. Nice. So yeah, let's just get into it, Kyle. First topic today. Star Wars. We love Star Wars. Apparently there's been an idea at the moment floated around Disney that they want to do a what if similar series to what Marvel are doing. And they kind of want to do a Star Wars what if. Now, there is a lot of great ideas you could do with this, but I don't think you could get more than a season out of this because it's not the big, you know. Star Wars is a big, expansive universe, but with like all the different Marvel stories we've got, and it's like, what if this happened differently? What if this happened differently? What if this happened differently? I kind of only see so many options with Star Wars, but it could be a limited series, like a one and done. I'd be up for it. So, what is some Star Wars what ifs you would like to see?
Well, that depends. So, the way I view it is that they can do it. They can do it a route where it's like, oh, we completely change something that happened. So, like, it's happening in the timeline or whatever. Well, what about like introducing like new characters? Like, what if this character existed, kind of thing. I don't think that's the route they're gonna go, but I can't lie, I don't really care about this. If it was live action, I'd be up for it because it means we're gonna get some more live action Hayden on screen, along with Ewan
Ewan
McGregor.
McGregor. Yeah, I just don't think
Mm.
they'd want to put the money into that. I think they'd probably use like Clone Wars animation style or Tales of the Jedi animation style or Rebels animated style, just to I wouldn't say save the budget, but so they could tell as many stories as they wanted. But yeah, this one you put together. What if Obi-Wan lost? That's what I'm interested in seeing. Where does Anakin go after that? Because you can only assume the next logical step after that is killing the Emperor. Which, if he's not in his big cyborg body, he probably has the power to do. And funny enough,
I think the wackiest way to go about it is so that Anakin kills Obi-Wan, and it's like, oh, everyone expects him to kill the Emperor, but he fails at that, and then the Emperor overpowers him. Obviously, that wouldn't happen realistically. Well, realistically in the Star Wars lore. So the Emperor goes out of his way and he tries to find someone else that's powerful in the Force. He tries to turn him to the dark side. What about Cal Kestis? Bring him into this. Make him the chosen one.
yeah, I mean, Order 66 would have played out the same way up until that point then, I guess. So, yeah, Cal Kestis would still be about, but
Maybe maybe it's like a couple of years later and the Empire, the rule and the Emperor's like, he's nearly dead or some. Well, maybe he's like too weak or some shit. I mean, the whole point of his is to for him to live forever, but
somehow he returned. Somehow Palpatine returned. Yeah, there's just a couple of cool scenarios that we could definitely see with this. It'd be just nice to try new things. It's like, all right, let's see what happens if Boba Fett kicks Han Solo in the Sarlacc. Would.
See, I don't think they're going to do it that route. I think they're going to do it like a really stupid way, like What If did.
What if Anakin went to Utapau to fight Grievous instead of Obi-Wan? Then Sidious's plan couldn't be put into fruition. He'd just have to think about a different way to do it later. Yeah, this is
Essentially, but I don't think they're going to do what... it's going to be like bizarre, and they're going to try just be as bizarre as possible. I don't think there's going to be any logic to this. Because if you look at What If, yeah, there's some alright episodes in there, but a lot of it's just stupid shit. Like literally a 5-year-old could come up with better stories, playing with like toys and stuff. This just feels like, it's like the people who did it had no brain and just said, "Oh yeah, this happens." Toys. Well, I hate that thing of the Marvel Zombies and how it's got something to do with the quantum realm. I didn't like that. I would have much preferred do it where, at the start of Civil War, where the vial that they've got and they're trying to fight over. That would have been cool.
That would have been cool, but it wouldn't have put them in the scenario that they wanted.
What scenario?
Well, they wanted it in a different time frame, like 2 years later, round closer to Thanos' invasion. Because obviously they've got plans for that.
I just think it's stupid, to be honest. That's why I've not really bothered watching season 2.
There was some good stuff in there. It's just
but
there wasn't all that had the high of season. Season 1.
But season 1 didn't have that big highs.
Well, no, it had high highs and low lows.
I'd say the only high it had was I'd probably say the Doctor Strange episode. That's it, really.
I really liked the T'Challa episode. As that
was good.
And the episode before the Guardians of the Multiverse teamed up, the actual Ultron taking over the universe. That one was pretty good as well. I liked that one quite a lot.
We'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, speaking of things now Kyle definitely wants to see, Madame Web. So it's only a month away.
I don't know any I know I did the banner, but I don't have no context of what we're talking about.
So it's been heavily rumoured now that they're doing some, they've done some reshoots, and this is to get a Spider-Man into the end of the film. Tobey Maguire's stunt double has been seen around the set and on the set. And a lot of people think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is either going to be in the third act of the film or a post-credit scene. Let's let you just rip on this for a bit.
I've got not much to say, to be honest. No, just no. Like, this, no. They're going to ruin it. They're going to absolutely destroy it.
Tobey, Kyle?
No, they're gonna do it in the worst way possible. Like, it's gonna be illogical, with no sense of direction, and it's just gonna be there for the sake of fan service. But it's gonna do it in the worst way possible, because they're gonna try tie it and weave it into the story like they did with Morbius's end credit scene with Vulture. Like, that character's just ruined now. You've just ruined that character. Like, you've literally destroyed it.
I think it's got something to do with Spider-Man.
Yeah. And they have the potential to do it with this. So, I mean, come on, guys. Don't do this. I love Tobey. I want Tobey into being, like, the next Avengers movie. I'd like to have more of a presence for him. I'm still up for a Spider-Man 4. I don't care. I will go see that film. But I do not want to see him in this train wreck. This potential train wreck.
Well, we're going to find out pretty soon, because they're doing some fan showings at the end of this month.
They're doing the fan service, the fan screenings. They're doing that to get hype, because it's like, oh, Tobey's in the film. That
is what it will be. That is what it will be. But it didn't have the same effect for This doesn't work anymore. It didn't have the same effect for Henry Cavill being in Black Adam. All leading up to Black Adam is Henry Cavill's in it. Henry Cavill's in Black Adam. He's back as Superman. It didn't work. And it's not going to work with Tobey Maguire from Adam Webb. Now, if this film is good, which we don't know because we haven't seen it.
Well, I mean, Morbius was amazing, but the post-credit scene is still dumb. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there. Yeah. No, this film is probably not going to be good.
Just going off Sony's live-action track record with what they've been doing with these villain films. Like the
Venom with the Spider-Man films. Let's be honest. Spider-Man 3 wasn't that great. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was pretty shit. And then they stopped doing that. And then they did the animated films, which Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, top tier films, probably one of the best Spider-Man films ever. But when it comes to live action stuff in Marvel, they just can't seem to get it right.
I think Venom's a fun little franchise.
Yeah, but critically speaking, it's not that good of a film.
No,
I like the Venom films.
Critically speaking, not. But let's talk about what we like. It's like I like it. It's just dumb fun. And if that's all it's gonna be, that's all it's gonna be. But Morbius was.
But it's clear. No,
done
but
without
it's
the
clear.
fun.
It's clear they want to try and build a universe kind of thing and have like a really deep, connected, Spider-Verse of movies, I guess.
They're going the wrong way about it. They're going the wrong way about it, though.
Oh yeah, they're going the worst way possible with it. I was excited to, I'd rather see Madam Web as sort of helping Spider-Man in a way, just because that's what I know of the character. I couldn't really care for her own film. I don't know the character enough, and just with, like we were saying, the track record of Sony's films, this doesn't make me want to go see this. And then we saw the actual suits that they were wearing and the quality of it.
But we're going to be there 24th of February, opening night. Can't wait.
Yeah, I'll be fucking hammered.
Yeah. Don't see why not. I say this every time we speak about a Sony live-action project. If they want to tell these villains' stories so badly, they have got a character with untapped potential, which they know will be box office gold. And that's Miles Morales. Yeah, I want to see him in the MCU. But it's their property. It's their property. They can do with it as they please.
It's their downfall.
And they could make some really good Miles Morales films with Kraven as the villain, Venom as a villain, Carnage as a villain, Morbius as a villain. These stories could be told good. It's just, I think we all agree they're all missing that central standpoint of a Spider-Man in the film. Now,
well, apparently not.
Well, apparently not, yeah. And this is what they're trying to do now to fix this. But it doesn't work if you just shoehorn it in at the last second.
Yeah, I'm.
Is what your mum said to me.
I'm pretty sure that there was supposed to be a Spider-Man that was going to be revealed as like who's the Spider-Man in the Sony universe, and I swear it was one of the. I think it was either the Morbius director, and he was saying, "Oh, you'd find out real soon," or some shit like that.
I remember that, yeah.
And there was all that stuff with the where is Spider-Man, the posters and stuff like that. And even in the Morbius trailer, there's a
murderer.
Written over the PS4 version of Spider-Man, but he's wearing Tobey's suit. And yeah, it's just a fucking mess. It just feels like, we have Spider-Man, we own him, let's just slap him in this film. It'll make money.
No, but it won't make box office gold if Tobey Maguire's in this.
It's not a question, are they stupid? Nah, I don't think it will, even, to be honest.
I think it'd put the numbers up a little. Not much. It'll put them up a little bit. some people will be interested. It's like, well, I gotta go see Spider-Man.
I just don't think people give a shit, to be honest, about this film.
I don't
I'll
think
be
people
completely
know
honest.
about this film as well.
Yeah, not enough people know about the film, and that's another thing. It's like, what are they hiding the film, or what are they doing? Are they just trying to? It feels like they had some sort of confidence to green light the film, and then when it all sort of, everything was coming out about it, and then the trailer came out, it all just started going downhill. It's like, no one's going to watch this film. And so, it's just a load of fucking shit.
I
I'm
just can't
sorry.
wait until she gets bitten by a madame and has madame powers. Like Craven gets bitten by a lion and has lion powers.
I just think it's a load of shit, to be honest.
Just,
Um, I'm,
there's a theme with today's episode.
It's a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah. Kyle.
But this next one's kind of a good thing in a sense, but at the same time, a bad thing.
Yeah, right. Let's go on to it then. The Ray movie has been postponed indefinitely.
I see what you did there.
What, left your your
you
text?
just left it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a bit of context there. This topic was originally meant to talk about She-Hulk. So She-Hulk, She-Gone. Had a little fun with that. But yeah, this is more important. This is good news.
So Stephen Knight, the writer, he has stopped working on the script for the Ray film. He is now actively developing his Peaky Blinders film, which is supposed to be shooting this year. And he doesn't.
What the fuck? Peaky Blinders guy was writing the Ray film.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He took his script to Disney. Apparently, they gave him that many notes that he's just gone, fuck it, I'm out. And now the film is postponed indefinitely. This is coming from the Bespin Bulletin, and they're quite good with the Star Wars scoops. Look, we've talked about the Ray film many times, and this will probably be the last time we speak about it now, or maybe not. I am not a fan of the Rise of Skywalker. I like Daisy Ridley. And if there was anything I wanted to see out of these Rey films, was her character redeemed in the eyes of the fans. Now, what Disney has done here is, I think they are listening to... Because I'll be honest, it probably is a majority of fans who don't want this film. I get that. If I could... if I would show, if Disney came to me and it was like, Ray film or Mandalorian film, I'd put fucking Mandalorian film all day. And I think that's why that got fast-tracked last week. The Mando film. It's like, let's give them that, and then we'll slowly take away this Ray film without them noticing. Do I think this is good news? Yes. Because this shows me Disney as a whole, like they've done with Daredevil Born Again lately, getting the old cast back. They're listening. And they know if they want to make money, they need to listen to the fans. And when I
just think it's... Go on.
I was just going to say as well, when I say listen to the fans, I don't mean all these people out here who just talk shit about everything they see. And, they're not going to like Star Wars' next 10 projects they put out, even if they're amazing. They're not going to like them.
Well, they'll like them, and then they'll leave it a year and say how fucking overhyped it was.
Yeah, the people who are talking shit about Marvel now was talking shit about Marvel when Infinity War came out. When Captain America Civil War came out. They never liked it. It's just they're in a position now where I'd agree with them. Marvel and Star Wars are at the lowest point. So that, the points they're making are starting to make a bit more sense. But if these films were good again, they'd still be talking shit because that's what makes them the money. They don't have personalities, so they're going to talk about shit they don't like. But I still think it's a good thing. If they didn't have a plan for this film, they shouldn't have announced it. If they didn't have a script, they shouldn't have announced it. And it looks like we're not getting it now.
I just thought it was fucking, just thinking about it as a whole, it's fucking stupid because a film that's going to focus on Rey. Well, I
This film
swear
didn't
there
even
was
last a
like,
year in development. Didn't even last a year and cancelled.
well, no, but like, just go back a couple, go back a bit and look at when they were doing the Obi-Wan Kenobi show and people were saying, "Oh, I want a Darth Vader show," and then people were saying, "Oh, I want like an Anakin show," and stuff like that. Mainly the Darth Vader one, and people were saying like, "Oh, we've already technically had that with the original 3 movies."
Yeah, it's like I want an Anakin spin-off, and it's like the whole saga's about
Yeah,
you.
the whole
Pretty
six
much.
movies is about him, and you know what I mean. So when it comes to the Rey film, all this is going to focus. What the fuck were the last 3 movies about then?
Yeah.
Because she was the main character, and we followed her through. We followed her journey
Yeah.
from the beginning to the terrible end. Followed that character through, and she gets a spin-off, even though she's the main character. That doesn't make any sense. It's like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a Spider-Man film, and then I'm gonna do,
It's
it's like doing No Way Home, and at the end of that film, they announce, oh, we're doing a Spider-Man spin-off."
to me, another thing that I've heard that's quite similar to this is we're working on a Jon Snow spin-off. If you had to pick a main character throughout Game of Thrones, especially from seasons 4 to 8, was definitely Jon Snow. The one of the leads.
That's another thing. That's another thing as well. Why not just have these characters sort of be in a new show, a new spin-off show where it's not just focusing on Jon Snow,
Yeah.
but have it focus on characters that we already know, because that is a big universe, is Game of Thrones. So that's again a pretty weird idea, but not as stupid as a Rey spin-off film, even though she's had 3 films already.
I'll ask you this though: would you like to see Daisy Ridley return as Rey at some point in any capacity? No. Really?
I don't really care. No.
Not all.
No, because I don't really see much of if they continue this and they go past the last film, which they haven't done, we can just class this as non-canon in a sense. Obviously, it is technically canon.
Yeah, I've had this debate with you sometimes. It's like, no matter what we say, it doesn't really matter. It's not our property. So, Disney own it. They say it's canon, it's canon.
Right, but I don't view it as canon.
Okay.
And it just... but if they continue and they go past the events of it, or they go into during the events of the sequel films, then I'd be like, oh, fuck me, they're just making it worse. And that's what's great about The Mandalorian. It's literally set after the original films, and it's got nothing to do with the sequel films. So, like, those events in those films have got no effect. Obviously, it's in the future, but the Mandalorian isn't setting up or isn't hinting at what happens in the future films or anything like that. That's what I mean. It's like it's non-canon, and then they're going to put money into something that's a lot of people just don't give a shit about.
When they could put all that money into the Mandalorian film, a character which people do care about.
Yeah, and consider canon. But that's that. It is what it is. I mean,
yeah. Look, I'll stick with.
I agree with you. If the film was able to come out and it would be able to redeem the character, then fair enough. I still don't like all the films as a whole because of just what it does in the universe kind of thing. So, but if the character was able to come back and be redeemed, I'd watch it. But that's it.
Well, yeah, and that's all you can hope for, because, I don't want to see Daisy have this stain on her career throughout the whole thing, because she was 19 when she got cast as Rey, and taking on a responsibility like that at a young age. Obviously, she was older than us at the time, but you don't realise now. You look back. I look back to being 19, and now I think, yeah, it was only 5 years ago, but damn, what a fucking idiot I was. You make mistakes when you're that age. Now, I'm not saying her signing on to Star Wars was a mistake, because I think any one of us would have taken it. If Lucasfilm came to you and said, "Do you want to be the lead in the new Star Wars film?" You'd probably say, "Yeah." Kyle, yeah. Kyle Star
I
Wars.
nodded.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Kyle Star Wars. I'd
Oh.
love to say that. You'd do some fucked up shit, I know that much.
Yeah, there wouldn't be anyone left in the galaxy.
But yeah, before I move us on to the next topic, what I'm quite excited about is all the the narrative out there now is Disney panicking, Disney panicking. No, not really. It's been in development and it's just something they've put on the shelf now, and it's like, we're probably not going to touch this. They're listening to what you guys are mainly saying, what you want them to do. They're listening to you, and then you're still giving them shit for that. Make your fucking mind up.
I don't really see the point of arguing with fucking idiots, to be honest, because they're just going to be everywhere.
Well, Kyle,
I get what you're saying, but they're going to be. It doesn't matter what you say to them, Callum. They're always going to.
Kyle, most importantly, we're fucking idiots.
Why?
We just are.
Right.
You can't say we're not. What we laughed at for about an hour the other night on your sofa does not scream intelligence.
Well, I mean, it doesn't. We've got more intelligence than the people going, "Oh, it's work, it's work, it's work, it's work," and all that bollocks. After reading one header on an article.
Yeah. Anyway, John Bernthal. Let me tell you something. Kyle. He's been talking about his return as Punisher, and he's saying he wants to do justice to the character, and when he comes back, he is going to make sure it's done right. I get that completely with John Bernthal. He loves this character. He put everything he had into this character. He describes it himself, though. He says, everyone's got a little bit of Frank inside them. And I can see that. The amount of respect that this man has for, the armed forces, police, military, anything like that. He dedicated his performance to them when he was doing Daredevil and the Punisher spin-off. This is a man who wants to get it right because he feels a lot of responsibility on his shoulders for playing this character because he knows what it means to so many people. What are your thoughts on John Bernthal saying this?
I get that. I mean, the Punisher show wasn't, especially the second season. I like it. I don't mind it, but
but it's not great.
It's not amazing, yeah. But his performance was excellent. I've got no fault with John Bernthal returning as the Punisher. In fact, I'm glad he is. Again, it's one of those things. I'm glad they're coming back. I just hope that they can do the show or character right.
He's the only person I could see playing Punisher.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to get anything of the Punisher for a good while, just because Daredevil has been delayed a couple of times now, and they want to get that right. So if John Bernthal is willing to take to wait, and let time do its thing, and let the writers and the directors and stuff get it all right, then we're in for a treat. Because, like I said, the first season of Punisher is okay. It's a good bit of television.
I really like the first season of Punisher.
Second season is much weaker, but still better than a lot of the other stuff we got. For example, I've not even seen it, but I know it's better than that, Iron Fist. And I heard Jessica Jones season 2 isn't all that hot. But Jessica Jones season 1 is pretty good.
Really fucking good.
Yeah, and Luke Cage as well. That was just something that was great up until halfway through, and it just wasn't really appealing to watch.
Sorry, spoilers for Luke Cage. 6-year-old show. No, older than that now. 8-year-old show. Fuck me. When Cottonmouth dies, that's when the show gets bad.
Yeah, I just stopped watching after that, I'll be completely honest, so I don't know if it's bad or good, but I've heard from not just you, but from others as well, that it's not that great towards the end of the season. I think John Bernthal wants to step it up and just because, you know, it's a big IP. He's got potentially limitless, you know, appreciation for it. I'm trying to get my words out here. Basically, I think he wants to make it on the level of Daredevil.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think that's what everyone's striving for at the moment at Marvel. And I believe that's why everything that was shot has been canned. They want this to be season 4. I get that. And they can make that happen. They can. There'll be people out there saying, no, it's not possible. Disney couldn't do that. Get the right writers involved and you can make that happen.
But yeah, that's where I stand with it.
Yeah, no,
I don't think we're going to get anything to Punisher. It's nice to know that he is coming back, and if anything comes out later on down the line that, oh, he's stepped down and he doesn't want to continue doing this, it'll be pretty horrible to know that. But so far, you know, he's waited all this time, and you know there wasn't that uncertainty of will he even come back as a Punisher. But now he is. It's just with all these delays, I wouldn't expect anything Punisher related for a good while.
Well, he'll be in Born Again.
Yeah, I can expect him to have some sort of cameo in that.
Well, apparently he's got a big-ish role in Born Again. So...
Well, we'll see. I mean, they keep changing their mind on what the story is.
Well, yeah, this new script, he might not even be involved in it, in this new script. They might want to strip it down back to Matt, Karen and Foggy and get that relationship right first.
Which I think is the best course of action. It's, you know, starting afresh, but at the same time continuing what was good.
Yeah. But then again, we've also got this character built up, which is now canon from the Netflix shows. Yeah, so he could pop in for that one appearance.
We'll see. I mean, like I said, don't expect anything Punisher related for a good while, which is a bit unfortunate, but at the same time, it's like a good thing because they're going to get this character right. And hopefully, John Bernthal mean what he says, and he is willing to put in...
If there is anyone out there who I believe they 100% mean what they say, it's John Bernthal.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, we don't know him, but fair enough. And yeah, I'm just hoping that he does make it up to that level of Daredevil. Yeah. Potentially.
Little interesting John Bernthal facts here. Just something we might find interesting. Do you know he airsofts?
Does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, he texts his kids. He was on Airsoft Reddit the other day. There's some guy was just like, just met this guy. It's like, it's fucking John Bernthal. Apparently he texts his kids and they said he's not the greatest player, but he is not afraid to just rush in. And I couldn't expect anything less.
Well, I mean, if that guy comes rushing at you in Airsoft, you know, even though it's just a game.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, right? I would not go against John Bernthal. I wouldn't even dare attempt it. I'd just lose. We'd all lose.
He's a...
Like, even if he wasn't any good at Airsoft, you see that man rushing towards you with like a big-ass AR or some sort of shotgun, you're going to panic. Like, you're naturally going to panic.
The only thing that upset me is he had camo gear on it. It's like, come on, mate. You're the only one who can. You got to rep the Punisher skull.
He probably has done, but I've heard the Punisher skull has been used in not a very good way when it comes to like the military and stuff. This was ages ago.
Do you know what I say? Claim it back. Bring it back. It's been...
Yeah, but this is Disney, though.
People let go of... It's like, oh, that's been associated with something else. We can't... It's like, no. Bring it back and make it...
Listen, if Call of Duty took out an emote that you used to do with your hand, I think it was like the OK sign, because some white supremacists did it in the middle of court. If Call of Duty took that out, do you really think Disney are willing to go and put that Punisher logo into their property?
Yes, I 100% believe that he will
I
have
don't
the
think
Punisher
it is.
skull.
Yeah, that you
100%.
have the Punisher skull, but it's not the original one.
No, I think he'll have the one that he has on his one in the Netflix show.
We'll see.
Do you want to put a bit of action on it?
No,
Why not?
because we might not even get the Punisher logo, and then what would we do? We both
Well, you'd
lose.
win. Because you said we're not going to get it.
Yeah, but I mean, as a whole, like, we might not even get. We might just get him in a black trench coat, bit of body armor.
Come on, you don't even want to stick a tenner on it. This is 2025, Kyle. We're talking about this is coming out. You could save £1 a month, and then be £2 over.
I'm gonna need all the money I can from all the snacks for when GTA 6 comes out. So
Okay.
probably not. No,
All right, fair enough.
saving up all my pennies.
Saving up all your
As of
pennies.
now.
As of now.
Yeah, as of now.
As of right now.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Right, I think that'll do us for today. Anything you want to add before we go?
She-Hulk. Apparently, we're not getting a second season.
They blew the budget with the first season, apparently.
No, they didn't. But no, they didn't.
Yeah.
It's like the Ray thing. They greenlit it, and it's like the response has been nothing but negative, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's same with me. Is a very similar situation to Ray. It's like, we don't necessarily need a second season of She-Hulk, but I'd like to see Tatiana Maslany return.
Yeah, she probably will do,
Yeah.
but I just don't think a season 2 is going to work.
No. Especially in the MCU. Anyway, that'll do us for today. I've been Callum. That's been Kyle. Trying something new. Yeah, like, subscribe, share the video if you want. Send us to your friends so they can make fun of Kyle. Not me.
Comment beans for your chance to win a can of beans.
Not me. You can't make fun of me. I'm perfect.
What?
I'm perfect.
I'm on about the can of beans we're giving away.
Yeah, but I'm on about how perfect I am. Go on, tell me I'm perfect.
You're not.
Why not?
Because you're not commenting beans.
I don't need to.
Yeah, you already look like one.
Mate, you look like an olive.
Beans and olives.
Kyle, you look like someone fucking got a foreskin, cut it off, turned it into Play-Doh, and then made you.
A very specific thing, that column.
Yep, it's called a fantasy. Anyway, see you later.